Hey, beautiful souls, welcome to Seems Pretty Legit, the podcast where we dive deep into the metaphysical, the mystical, and everything that makes us feel more connected to the universe. I'm Vincere, your host, and I'm here with my amazing co-host, Riot, and we're just two real lifers navigating this crazy journey, searching for our tribe, and guess what? We think we found you. All right, so I think, what do you think the topic should be about today? We got a couple. I could just upload some reactions and stuff like that too. So
let's say, I don't know, maybe we should talk about tarot and what it is.
Okay.
Why do people use it?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what do you know about tarot?
What do I know about tarot?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know it's a tool that some use to gain insight on their I guess future,
right?
Just wanting to better understand what's coming for them,
right.
Or things that's going to happen for them next
for us. Right. I know it started like in the 14th century.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Like the cards itself, but this thing, it really goes back to our creation of who we are. Not to say that like, yeah, there were cards or stuff like that, right? But what I know is, you know, there are certain individuals, and we all have these gifts, right? We call it intuition. But some of us have it more than others. Some of us can see beyond the veil.
Definitely.
More than others.
I believe in that.
Yeah. So when you actually find some real people, and I ain't talking about no crackerjack box, witchcraft type people, just people. There are some people who don't need these cards to find your signature. All these people are actually doing is reading energy. And you may say it's some people, the quickest thing to do is to demonize something, you know, fear what we don't understand as individuals. That's what we're going to do anyway, right?
That's the human way, apparently.
Right.
You don't understand some, you don't know some, and instead of you researching, finding more information out about it, understanding it better, you, excuse me, I'm just getting over cold, but you instead demonize it.
Right.
Immediately, it's evil and it comes from, you know, some wicked place. When truth is, you don't know.
Right. So basically, from what I gather about tarot and people who practice it, who respond to it, and I like listening to stuff like that. Like my intuition actually tells me to click on certain videos from time to time. I haven't really been into, but I did grab a couple and just like saved some videos just in case we were ever going to talk about the topic. And I think I had found one today just in case we were going to do that. We had like 3 or 4 subjects we were going to talk about. So you found that one, and that's what we're going to do. But again, like people, they're able to channel energy and read energy. And the way we're born, when we were born, I remember I said something earlier about this in one of the episodes where when you were born, there was a snapshot of who you are. You have more than just one sign. We make up a lot of these signs, and we keep repeating this reality over and over again while we're trying to learn these karmic lessons. So when we leave this plane of existence, and I know this because I had a near-death experience, and these things just forever changed my perception of things. It put a lot, like I've always been this person that had one foot out and one foot in due to, you know, things that I've seen growing up, things that people who what we would call evangelicals or prophets, I mean, those people, they do exist, like them or not. like it or not, there are some people that can actually see things and speak things.
Yeah.
And I've had people throughout my life come through and they would just tell me things. And then I would have these dreams. Some way, somehow, these dreams catch up. Like, it's kind of freaky even thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely been a dreamer as well. Very vivid dreams that usually always mean something.
Don't we have those times where mothers, they just feel something's going on with their child?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because we're connected, right? Some connected more than others, but we all have this power. We all have this innate special ability. Some of us just don't believe. That's the problem.
That's the problem. If you don't believe, then you won't achieve.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it has a lot to do with you pretty much truly believing in the reality that you are creating for yourself.
Right.
So
and you are the creator of your reality, whether you know it or not.
Definitely.
What's in your heart, what's in your mind is what you will create, you know? And sometimes, like, there are some people who are just hyper triggered and they have other chemical imbalances that are going on in their minds. Respect to you guys living in this reality where you do need some help, or because again, like, this wasn't for the faint. Like, this journey called life, the things that we go through, the things that we experience, are for our greatest good. It is what you signed up for. It is the reality and choice that you chose. So we do have to deal with the outcome. Break or a pause where we do need to readjust, or we just been introduced to some new challenge or reality and we have to reconfigure. I actually went through one of those modes too, and mental health is great, man. Like, get you some therapy, man. If you can afford it, please do it. It's really important.
Reading helps too,
Right.
There's so much literature out there on mental health, the psychology of humans, understanding truly what we are, would definitely help you and take you a lot further than sitting around doing nothing well, So that's something I had to do myself when I was going through some of the toughest times, and I didn't have the ability to afford therapy. I took the ability to really want to understand, like, what's going on with me. So listening to actual doctors and professionals that truly understand, that study, that spent years and years and years studying this information, it doesn't hurt to hear from someone else, because you definitely didn't study it, you don't know it.
But I tell y'all what, man, the things that this woman has helped me out with, man, I really appreciate you. Straight up, man. Because, like, like, I had back and forth, and then I think it has a lot to do with our life path too, the life path numbers and stuff like that. So we're in the numerology, all of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Them numbers don't lie, baby.
Everything plays its part in this big picture.
Right.
We call life.
Right.
And there's so many different pieces to the puzzle. Or there's so many different, colors to the canvas. And we don't really, a lot of people don't think about it like that, but you have to, like, zoom out. And I'm grateful to have that ability. I literally can, like, zoom out on a situation or whatever to kind of understand versus having boxed in thinking about it, only thinking of it one way or the way that I want to think about it.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. So we spoke about, again, there are people who don't need these cards. Some people's tuning forks are just that much more stronger because they're further along on a path that they chose. And we'll have a discussion about these paths that people choose, because there are really some people out here who associate themselves with darkness too.
Oh yeah.
And that path, I don't think it's worth it. Man, that's scary stuff. Run from it, I guess. I don't know how everybody feels about that stuff, but that path is not, it doesn't seem fruitful. And knowing where I was, and the love that I felt during this near-death experience I had, it just, and I'm trying to get back there.
To the near-death experience?
Where I was, when I go, I want to go back there.
Okay.
The one thing I do not know, that I'm glad that I don't know, and that'll keep me on the straight and narrow, is not knowing that what you do here, and I've heard people say stuff like this, like, what you do here doesn't matter. Do what you want while you're here. And I know that that's not the case. That's not the case. Because ever since I've been back, like, in a lot of cases, I've wanted to just emulate the love I felt while I was there. The world did teach me a lesson about who I should give that kind of love to. So that discernment is different, but just trying to show people what that feels like. That understanding part of you, that compassionate part of you, the one that will forgive you, the one that will watch you make the mistakes, watch you disrespect, and still allow you to have your experience, to see what you will do, or you just bounce. Why are you rolling your eyes, girl? Because
this cough,
that
seriously.
fog. Do you need water?
I drank some water.
Do you want to have some water here?
Yeah.
You sure? Because you don't want to, you can just, What's up to her, man? I don't know, man. I'm just offering. No, but, yeah. So again, people don't need these cards. It's nothing to be afraid of. When we go, to the Bible, like, they'll say, don't do these things, right? But it seems like, just bear with me, but it seems like the ones who are telling you not to do this stuff, that are, causing you to fear things, they're the main ones that are actually doing other dark, low vibrational things. So you gotta watch out. And then,
when you say it seems like the ones telling us not to do these things, but I mean, if we're speaking on the Bible, then we know that book is over 2,000 years old,
right?
And this is supposedly the Word of God, given through the different various people throughout the Bible.
Right.
So then I guess we would have to go and kind of pose the question of, well, who are these people you're speaking of?
JP Morgan said, millionaires don't use astrology. Billionaires do. So there's something that the powers that be may not want you to know. There are some people who again practice low vibrational dark stuff, you know, and they keep dates. They're very staunch about dates, moon patterns, where we are in the constellations, and it has everything to do with energy. All we are on this plane of existence is energy, frequency, and vibration. We feel it. Why do you think when we go to concerts, there's certain things that move us? Didn't they have like certain things like where it seemed like it was a force just moving through people coming from some of these stages? You know, when you know rappers and artists perform, they feed off of the energy that you give.
That's why I don't go to concerts.
Right, we gotta be careful about this stuff. It just really has to do with like what type of frequency you're taking in. Cause certain, you know, even when there's a full moon, crime rate goes up. Yep. We have an explosion in crime rate so you are governed on this plane of existence, and only half of the rules have been taught to you. You know,
it's like you know, I don't know. I always just see it as we're on a huge like playground, and it's like this group of kids over here, and they're playing this game, and they're like forcing everybody to play, but then they're not playing fair. They're not telling people all the rules. They're using all of these other, you know, tools of confusion and everything else to keep you from winning the game.
Right.
And that's literally how I view
they're gatekeeping all of the rules. They don't want you to know any of these things. They're trying to keep you down. They want you to assimilate and adopt one set of rules while they are playing by another set.
Yes.
Know that as well. Going through and becoming, and I stopped, but what? Well, I think, no, I can't say that I stopped. I'm just not like active. Like I don't need to be in a lodge or anything like that, man. But yeah, I've been Freemason for a while. But it was a rite of passage. It was something I had to do. My stepfather, all of them in the family squares. So shout out to them squares. But again, you don't go past certain levels in that, you know, and you only really need 3. You only need the first 3, and that's it. Anything else is extra and more binding. And it ain't really my thing either. So, staying of good moral, good character, and, you know, move beyond that, you know, and be righteous with people, period. But yeah, I've always had this curiosity to want to know, and I got the ultimate know, like knowing, I guess, with, you know, what I went through in 2021. Yeah, that thing right there really like slowed down things, defined my life, and made me do a lot of work on myself. If I'm brutally honest with myself, it was the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I guess. Always had, just always acted out things from my dreams. I created a whole app, you know, from a dream, you know, and it's in the App Store, and I'll be right back in it. I have to do another show for it to market it, and I will. But I had to take a reset after experiencing so much loss. Man, so much loss. And I didn't give it time. And I'm always that person that's always putting work ahead of everything else. Like I'll just keep running for success and not feed the inner me. You know, I'm running out the physical, and it really crippled me. to be very clear. And we'll talk about that. Maybe the next episode we'll talk about that. I don't know. Okay. But yeah. So I got this game. And no, there's that guy, man. I need to find that guy. I need to find that it was a TikTok about astrology in the Bible. No, if I find it, I'll put it in. I'll put it in the video. It may go right here.
Was Jesus' birth just encoded astrology? What? You think it's all a coincidence? Jesus is the Son of God. He gets crucified for the same exact amount of time the sun does during the winter solstice. And they both rise again and bring with them everlasting life. And I'm just getting started here. There's a reason the church demonized astrology, because if you knew astrology, you would see right through what they're trying to sell you. Prove it. What would convince you? Back it up with the Lord's verses. Easy. First off, remember the Bible actually tells you to use the stars as signs. Genesis 1:14. Let there be lights in the firmament and let the lights be for signs. Let's go deeper. Jesus begins his journey to being crucified by being what? Being born of a virgin. The virgin is Virgo. Do you know what the sign is for Virgo? It's a woman holding bread. And that symbol predates Jesus. What does Jesus call himself in John 6:35? I am the bread of life. If that's not enough, what is the glyph of Virgo? My brother, what is the name of the virgin? Okay, Virgo virgin makes sense, but the whole Jesus symbolizing the sun thing, I don't think so. But Jesus called himself the light of the world in John 8:12. If you're making a metaphor for the sun, you're literally going to say that I talk in metaphors, which Jesus said he talked in metaphors, and then you're saying you're the light of the world. What else do you want here, brother? And isn't it interesting how Jesus, the Son of God, is of course betrayed before his crucifixion? What happens after the sun leaves Virgo or the Virgin? Wouldn't you say it's true that the sun gets betrayed by autumn or the fall when it starts to bring about more darkness? So what is it then? Well, Scorpio betrays the sun, bringing in more darkness and leading it to its crucifixion. But let's get back to the birth of Jesus for a second. Where was he born? In the stables. Why would it be the stables? Well, what two signs are surrounding the winter solstice? Sagittarius and Capricorn. And what are those? The horse and the goat. Luke 2:7. Oh, and with the Judas thing, who do you think Da Vinci painted as the 8th disciple from the right? Judas. And of course, what's the 8th house in astrology? You already know it's Scorpio. I didn't even mention the obvious one yet. There's 12 zodiac signs. How many disciples? Of course, 12. Just another side note, of course there's a southern cross in the sky that the sun moves closer to in the winter months. And remember, we know for a fact that our ancestors really did see the sun as basically being reborn on the day that we call the 25th. Because the 3 days before it are the only days that the sun does not change its trajectory. And shout out to the biblical authors, because the shit that they encoded in here is so profound. What happens after this? The sun enters Aquarius, and what in the Bible could represent that? John 3:13, Aquarius, the water bearer, comes to baptize the sun, and so Jesus, of course, gets baptized by John, the waterman. But then what's the next sign? The sun moves into Pisces, and of course, there's got to be something in the Bible that represents Pisces, because Pisces is the fish. Matthew 4:19, I will make you fishers of men. What's the next sign? It's Aries. Aries is represented by what? The ram or the lamb? Genesis 22:13, what is Abraham's sacrifice instead of his son? Of course it's the ram. What does Aries, the ram, bring us out of in its time period in the season? It brings us out of the darkness and into spring. Damn, son. I can keep going, but what we'll do is I'll give you one last piece of evidence and we'll leave it here for now. Why is Jesus referred to as the bridegroom so much throughout the Bible? For example, Luke 5:34. The days will come when the bridegroom will be taken away from them, and they shall fast in those days. Could that be representing the sun, and when there's less sun, you'll fast more because you won't have as much food because it'll be winter? That's a reach, right? Well, if Psalm 19 didn't exist, it probably would be. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the S-U-N. And it literally says, which is a bridegroom. But hey, I want you to understand something. I am not saying that Jesus did not exist. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that the story of Jesus has definitely been manipulated for power. There are layers to it, but they didn't leave that shit alone for thousands of years. Do you think the same force that many people are recognizing that is at play right now controlling humanity just was looking at the Bible and said, nah, we're not going to use that. We're not going to use that to our advantage at all. Never. What I am saying about that is Jesus did did reach the consciousness level of Christ, as many other masters have, that consciousness level, or Christ, is within you. It's within us all. And I've broken that down extensively in my esoteric Bible studies in my academy. But that's a big topic. We'll talk about that more another day. Let's just go. We've been sitting here for a while. Let's just go enjoy the rest of our Christmas, my brother.
All right, now we're back. Did y'all see it? If y'all didn't see it, I'll find it. I promise you I'll find it. All right.
You gonna say now we're back.
Hey, man, it's the power of editing. But yeah, so, yeah, I do have the videos I want to show you. And one of them, I had, like, my intuition told me, click on this one. And it was like, oh, okay, that's a little more milder. But the first one, I listened to it and I stopped like halfway.
Okay.
It was too good. But when I tell y'all, the lady's kind of raw and she gonna be talking about some stuff, things that I know what I saw. But hey, it's gonna be a trip for her because I told her about the experiences that I had, and you haven't heard it. So there's a button here I want you to press whenever there's confirmation, because again, a tarot reader is basically a prophetess or a prophet or evangelical that has seen different in the world, that hasn't confined to the box of certain religions and how we are put inside of these things and told not to do these things. But again, the powers that be and the people who are above. J.P. Morgan just said it. Millionaires don't pay attention to astrology. Billionaires do. Certain days of the week, certain times of the month carry certain energy. I mean, again, when the moon is full, crime. They're obsessed with dates. We have certain things called retrograde. It's when certain planets are spinning in reverse that cause more intention for negativity to come about. Like, there are people who are pretty much spooky. I may scare the shit out of some people sometimes. Sometimes I don't even know I'm telling you what I'm telling you, but I'm telling you. Does it happen to you?
Yep.
It happens to us all. We all have it. So don't let anything like trip you up from denying yourself and your nature. Your nature. Hey, man.
We are so often denying our nature as humans. As a matter of fact, I don't know what kind of video I was watching the other day, and some I went to the comments of the video, and it had something to do with, of course, human behavior, and someone commented and was like, "We're not animals," and I'm like, "Yes, we are."
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest problem I feel like with humanity, is because we're so disconnected from ourselves and from nature. We are animals. We're just intellectual animals.
Right. The Dior bags. We can't say, I'm gonna have to, but the Dior bags, we can't say that stuff anymore. But I mean, like, and then why is all this fog out here? Is it blocking them? Are they trying to block them now? They don't want us to see them?
I don't know if they're blocking them. I don't know if that's actually some kind of particles that, help
it's foaming up in pools.
It's foaming up in my lungs.
Hey, man, listen. Man, I ain't playing with none of that stuff, man. When it's bad out, like, again, like, that CO VID, that stuff right there, it almost took me out. I mean, it was the reason why I, almost somewhere, like, they told me I was supposed to come back here. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. We're talking about it now.
Yeah, but like let's save that for a whole episode. Like this stuff right here is actually kind of like way more freaky to me, I guess. I don't know. Like it is spooky. It's spooky stuff, man. And also I did speak to Medium. He's going to be a guest on the show. We'll get him in soon. I'll coordinate with him so that we can do that. Maybe we do it for a live. He might just come in and want to, shoot the breeze, But yeah, he's already agreed to it. And, we'll talk about that too. Cause I'm highly into things that I should not be into. I don't know, but it has always been something about that world, something about all of that.
Same with me.
Yeah.
Even when I was a young girl,
Yeah.
I was literally the same way. I loved anything that had to do with, fantasy, just magic, outer worldly.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe because I just wanted to escape from here so bad. I have no idea what it was. But
well, you know what they say now? They say don't go towards the light now.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
I don't know. Like, I don't think I will either. Because you know what? Tell you what, like, aside from the master numbers, and our life path numbers are the same number, and that's probably why we get along so well. But aside from those master numbers, like, I'm done. Like,
oh yeah,
my life work. Like, when I'm done this time, I ain't coming back.
That's why I just be trying to be a good person here right now.
Yeah, man. Y'all don't understand.
I'm really trying because I really don't want no unfinished business.
Yeah, man. Let me just sew this all up.
All these loose ends.
Let me be the best person
and
to
I'm
myself.
Out,
yes.
See y'all whenever y'all do find y'all way where I'm going.
Right. And when I say myself, I'm talking about the God in me. It being the same God that's in you, and it's being the same God that's in all of y'all. So when I say myself, I'm really speaking to you. We are all one. We just don't know it yet. But there are some people who do. And there are some people who do that exploit that.
Yep.
There are some people who don't want to see what's beyond because they've already been told what's beyond, and they want all their fruitly, possessions here. Man, there are some things that I will discuss with y'all soon, because let me say this: before you make it on the path that you're supposed to make it on, remember what happened with Jesus? When the devil came and said, I'll give you all of this. Yeah, man. Before you make it, the devil will appear. He sure will.
Someone made a great point earlier on
What's that?
something that I saw. This video, I don't know, I have to find it. But it was about that particular passage, and it was about how, of course, contradicting the Bible can be. And it was saying how in one verse it tells us that, we say the prayer, the Lord's Prayer, right? And in there we say, we ask God not to tempt us, right?
Right.
But then on that particular verse where Jesus was tempted by the devil, it literally says that the Spirit is what came to tempt, tempt him. But we've already asked God not to tempt us, but yet the Holy Spirit came to give permission to the devil.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah. A lot of heavy, spooky stuff that'll make you think.
Make you question.
Right. And then, like, we don't, like, I don't want to go, like, crazy deep and granular into all of this stuff. Maybe for Patreon or something like that. Maybe something that we may do that'll be different. But for the sake of
like
YouTube, man, and everything.
Open your mind a little bit.
I don't know. I gotta really see how that's gonna go. Like, cause I don't want to stun us before we start. You know,
of course.
Talking about things that maybe some people wouldn't want us talking about. We gotta be really careful and toe a line here. Maybe a rumble. Maybe we start a rumble and just go pop that shit. I don't know. But yeah. So all right. So let's get to this reaction stuff. I really want you to see this. Listeners out there, man, you're gonna hear a lot of like card shuffling. We sped it up a little bit. I hope that you don't mind because you're going through a lot of energy. But again, there are some special people out there, and I'm so afraid of touching tarot cards because I think my intuition is all I really need anyway. But there are some people out there that don't even need tarot cards. They'll actually pick up Uno cards, or they'll pick up regular bicycle cards and really just go through stuff and tell you about yourself or tell you what you're going through. Because really and truly, what's happening is we're all going through a walk, and the energy and the cosmos, the way they align, all these people are doing are just pulling out things from their intuition, and it's just practice. It's
from the ether. It's
understanding the inner core of yourself and reading and telling people, you know, these things happen, man. These things happen, but man, I do not want to pick up a thing of tarot cards because I know, like, that'd be another thing I have to go try and be LeBron on. I'm be the best at it if I ever touch it, but nah, I'm already spooky enough, man. I get spooked out, like, so forget that, man. All right, so let's get over here to this joint real quick. Let's get over there to the react. See y'all. All right, let me see what we got.
My beautiful sign of Pisces is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Pisces, taking off, new hats, 2 more. Got a crooked family here that's watching you take off. We got some devil ball suckers here that's part of this family. All thought the gossip was gonna stick. The gossip only made you take off more. And this family recruited some kind of Covent to come up against you, and John Gordon is playing here, boys and girls. Clearly. Overall energy for Pisces, please. No honesty here, no loyalty here with this crooked ass family in it here. You had to have a long, hard talk with yourself. You had to be honest with yourself and what was going on with these people that were trying to take you out and has to do with your family here, so you're over it. We can't expect the truth from others, but we can give it to ourselves and keep it pushing. This whole coven is under judgment for coming for you. Family's under judgment, everybody that gossiped on you, all under judgment. They really thought that this gossiping, these attacks were gonna, it's almost like these coven wanted to bring judgment to you because you were made to be out the bad guy here with this family that got involved trying to come up against you, but you're not the bad guy here, so judgment is playing out with everybody here. So you do have some family members trying to come back around here, other energies trying to come back around from your past. You learn to lead by faith. You learn to trust yourself. There was no trust and loyalty in this broken-ass family unit of yours. You're learning to trust this inner voice. It's always guiding you correctly, and you had to let yourself be removed from this situation. These energies that were trusting in the wrong situation, they're all getting their butt handed to them. You're going towards your success. That's you taking off. Taking off when it comes to, like, levels of your success here. They can't stop you. You're going up. Nothing can stop you. You're all the way up. So, Pisces. Pisces. You got, no wonder these people are ooh, these people should never came for you. You're very angelic. You have a strong angelic protection around you. Some of you guys are my earth angels, my light workers, anointed, chosen. So all this darkness of this covenant trying to cast upon you, the darkness that lied within your family, and then the darkness of all this gossiping that tried to come up against you, your light still shone through this whole process here. These people tried to really just blow your light out. It's not meant to be blown out. So these angels don't play about you.
Anything that confirms.
Now you're learning to ground your energy, fully connect with your spirit team, fully in your power. And these energies didn't want you in your power. They tried to take your power from you even. This covenant even tried to take your power from you. They've been stripped of all their power. They've been binded and stripped for coming for you, by the way.
Anything that confirms, hit the button and I'll pause it.
Spoken word, you have spoken some things into existence for yourself. That's how powerful you are. So whatever you've spoken to existence when it comes to you leveling up in your success, guaranteed for you. So you're speaking some things into existence, even over these enemies of yours. There's some things playing out in this covenant's life, this family member's life. Gossiping is catching back up to these people. So these people are panicked now, and you're keeping your silence. These people tried to silence you. They just tried to take you out altogether. Because if you're not here, you're not speaking your truth. And that's not playing out. So the ones that wanted you silenced, they're being silenced. And some of these people are taking dirt naps, if you catch my drift. Family members taking dirt naps for coming for you. So you're quiet, you're humble, you don't need the approval of others. You're living your best life and you're putting efforts and worth back into you and what you're working on here. So, Pisces, lining up with your destiny. And these people try to take your destiny from you. They cannot have it, clearly.
So
they try to cage you, bind you, strip you, only for them to be binded and stripped in the end here. You're very wise. You got a lot of wisdom within you. These people underestimate all the knowledge that you have within self.
Sticky.
So again, your wise old self energy is only but within everybody involved with the situation.
Yo, what happened? What made you hit it that time?
What she just said.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
People don't like your knowledge that you have. They underestimated the wisdom and the knowledge that you have from the get-go here. Now they're panicking. Pisces. Reaching out for your true potential and possibility here because you had all these assholes trying to hinder you. So reaching out to your true potential that's been calling for you, that is part of your purpose. That is your destiny here. Your highest self, by you being connected with your highest self, this is you making a lot of powerful leaps in your life now because of this. Sometimes it'll break before you bloom. Absolutely. You have to be broken down to fully understand your power, your true potential. And this is what you've done for yourself. Liberating yourself, understanding that this needed to play out for me so I can understand how strong and powerful I am, so I can understand my destiny and what I've been called to do.
That's a fact.
And you can let go now and surrender to what is, because you're leveling up. They can't stop you. You're accepting of yourself, accepting of what's happened with this family, this covenant, and that makes you be more liberated here. Letting go, letting bygones be bygones. These people move the way they move because they're all broken on the inside. I'm not going to entertain these idiots. I'm going to keep it pushing. Judgment's on them anyway, so let them deal with what they've got to deal with for trying to come at me. So, you taking off. Some of you guys could be thinking about moving. You're just removing yourself from everything that was stopping you from your destiny. Whatever seeds that you have sown, coming into fruition. So you've planted some pretty powerful manifestations that are fully blooming for you at this time. So if you're wanting to move, make big moves in your life, whatever it is, if it's not actual moving, but whatever the moves that you're trying to make, it's coming into fruition for you. You have learned to invest into yourself, invest into your success here, invest into your protection, invest into your gifts, your abilities here. And you're not giving in to any of these things that these people wanted you to give into in the past. You're not being breadcrumbed, you're not entertaining one-sided connections anymore. And what you've been putting your time in and efforts in is taking off. These people tried to sacrifice you. They didn't want you taking off. Some of you guys are going to be receiving a high-vibing love offer that's also part of your taking off as well, but just make sure you're using your discernment with this. But these people went to the nitty-gritty of just trying to sacrifice you, just trying to take you out. It did not work. It only made you level up more.
Sticky. Sticky.
Oh, yeah. She's speaking some facts here.
Yeah. You ready? Because of them people, yo.
Wicked.
That they are.
Oh, man. Let's go.
Some good leveling up when it comes to money matters here. This is like multiple streams of income for some of you. That success, money just pouring into you. Oh, they're not taking off at all. They're stuck and stagnant in life while you get to take off. You get blessed with what they were trying to attack you with. And some of you guys are definitely going towards a connection in love as well. Just don't let somebody deceive you with the wrong offer getting in the way of the right offer here. Mm-hmm. You're in your King of Pentacles energy, looking very good when it comes to your career path. You're not touching off what you've been called to do, your destiny here, and that's making you take off. Somebody really thought that they had some kind of money and power to overrule you. They do not. Mm-hmm. So you guys are definitely relocating here. This is like somebody's definitely thinking about moving. Like this is like even moving out of state or even out of the country even. So there was some people here worldwide that got involved in trying to stop you from taking off. They did not succeed. They tried to end you. They tried to sacrifice you. You got people mad and pissed off that you're just done with this family, done with anybody from your past that tried to get in the way of your destiny, tried to take yours. You're over it. You've let bygones be bygones. That's letting you level up here. Your rebirth is what's making you take off as well. You're starting to see everything for what it is within yourself and your outer self. Pouring into yourself, loving yourself, trusting that intuition of yours. And also trusting in your beautiful talents and abilities and gifts as well. Not letting anybody deplete you and drain you anymore. You were an innocent bystander here that got attacked. So this is why everybody's life is falling apart for coming for you. I'm telling you, whatever they tried to throw at you only made you become more blessed in the end here. Think about this crooked family. You are the curse breaker. There's a family that's tied in with this practitioner. Family could even be practitioners themselves. So these energies want to strip you of your gifts, your destiny. And this family lied on you to this covenant. And if this family is part of a covenant, they lied to the covenant even.
Yo, let me pause there real quick. Let me tell you something, man. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, or as above, so below. When you have people who practice in low vibrational practices, right? When you go to these people and you want them to do something to a person, man, it's sad, it's wrong, and you shouldn't dabble in stuff like this. But there's people who actually get there and they tell the truth about what some person is out here doing, right? And they'll get somebody who's a higher up that's in that world that practice these things, and they will do what they do. Again, every one of us has the power to build and destroy. And there are people who use, these things, trinkets and sigils and spices and all these other things, because everything carries energy. These crystals, we know that crystals hold energy. We know that quartz crystals, right, go in watches, right, and phones, and they have the ability to store memory. Everything does, even water.
Oh, definitely.
Right? Don't we call it holy water? See,
doesn't he say, "I am the living water"?
Exactly. So, like everything that we have in our existence carries energy. Everything is. And what was that one thing? Like, some of them, like my mother's side of my family's from Louisiana. Man, they put salt all in front of their door sometimes, because they do the same. Right. So they carry this stuff, and they carry these beliefs, old cultural beliefs. I don't understand how people would say something about, like, or they'll say, "Oh, it's new age," like.
This Covent's family units are now falling apart because they attacked you based off of lies. Now their family members are getting hit. And you've moved away from this family unit here. Your life is getting better. It's more happier, it's more peaceful, it's more successful. And because you're moving away from this is why judgment is playing into this situation for you. This family wanted some kind of success and dominance over you. Now this family doesn't like that it's drawing the wrong attention to themselves. They didn't expect this outcome to play out. This family clearly is realizing that you're the one with the victory here in this situation. The truth has come out about this crooked ass family. And this family played dirty to try to end you and even use a covenant to come up against you. This family cares about money. This family was using past energies with you, against you as well. Lovers, friends, all used against you. This family doesn't like that you're lining up with your birthright, your wealth here. They tried to hold you back. They wanted to hold some truth back here when it comes to money matters as well. Somebody really manipulated this whole situation to go in their favor with this crooked ass family of yours. Now they're all fighting with each other. This family is not doing good. Their lives are all falling apart, including this Covent. This Covent's family members' lives are falling apart. Life's being taken away even. While you reclaim your power. While you're still attracting your new beginnings. And there's a mother figure that went hard to try to end you, to take you out. And you still stepped into your power with this situation.
Wow.
This family did not want to see you receive what's rightfully yours here. They cannot get in the way of your destiny or your new beginnings because they tried to. Turn out this Covent. You guys don't know, is my cat's eating. This Covent. Work with your family. Look, there they are. All gathering up in groups, trying to take you out, thinking that they could outpower you in numbers. I don't think so. They thought that they were going to get some kind of wealth recognition off of ending you. Now they're being held back. Their connections are falling apart. Family members are passing away in this Covent. They could be worried about passing away. They will not have anything new come into fruition for them for trying to target and attack you. They are being held back. All attacks that they tried to send your way are being held back and they're being returned to sender.
That RTS is ridiculous.
This Covent's realizing that somebody manipulated and twisted and turned something to go in the wrong direction against you, and they're realizing it. These Covents are being emotionally broke down right now.
It's crazy.
Look at it. This Covent's arguing with this family. There's spell work being thrown around onto this family. This Covent's realizing why their life is falling apart because of this crooked ass family. And there you are again, reclaiming your power. This Covent wanted to get in the way of your destiny, your new beginnings, your success, and now they're not going to have anything new. And this mother figure was a big mover in this situation.
Let me pause it real quick because
Wicked.
the people them listen. Even if you're not practicing low vibrational practices like going to practitioners and things like that, when you go and gossip and lie, you're conjuring stuff and you don't even know it. So you have to watch what you say. You have to watch what's in your heart, because if not, you're casting spells, whether you know it or not. But here's the deal. I think I missed the point. When you do things like this, when you go to a practitioner and you lie, and that practitioner conjures up something and sends it to someone who's innocent, you lie to a practitioner, that energy that was sent out is gonna come back and be like, nah, somebody got to pay. You understand? You know what I mean? If you send it out and it finds out that it's been lied to and brought into something, no matter what you casted as one of these people who dabble in this stuff, listening to people who lie, that energy is coming back. Somebody gonna have to pay that energy to balance out, because it's equal gives and equal takes. So you got to be careful. And people who do this stuff, like, I mean, hey, there are people out there, man, and you can sit here and smile with people and you would never know that they like that. You never know they like. Hey, but look. Nah. Nah, man. Yo. You're the man and the woman, them are
Wicked.
You see me out there? All right, well, yeah, let me keep going.
This Covent was offered so many shiny, pretty, golden opportunities for taking you out. And they were paid some large amounts of money to conjure up some wicked attacks and send them your way. And there's the action that they have taken. And now they're stuck in this shit. And they're starting to realize why their lives are falling apart, why they're dealing with loss and endings in their own lives and their families' lives, because they attacked an innocent person. This is a cult of assholes that tried to come for you. Cult tied in with your family, tied in with this Covent. They tried to present a sacrifice here, this Covent, but it was blocked off in return. The sacrifice could not take place because that's what they tried to do. Now they're having sacrifices in their own life. Life's being removed from them. This isn't to be played with.
No.
Look at this gossiping. Look at this gossiping. Oh, let me catch that. I didn't catch it. Let me grab that. Well, there's some other figure keeps showing up strongly here in the situation. These people were laughing at your destiny. They were trying to create false narratives when it comes to the success, this game plan with your life. It's all backfiring on these idiots. You're still showing up reclaiming your power. You keep showing up strong every time I clarify these lanes. Boom, there you are, strong, empowered. Mm-hmm. And somebody really thought that they was going to get some kind of payout to stop you, target you, attack you. Somebody was trying to talk crap about your parenting skills.
And you know I love the kids.
Somebody went hard to smear your destiny, and it's backfiring in all these idiots' faces. And this is what they even tried to conjure up attacks with this gossip. They were all attacking you based off of gossip. That's why their lives are falling apart. These people like to create illusions and false narratives about you.
That's
it's
a
catching up
fact.
to all of them. And this is they were speaking things over you and talking poorly about you. Now they're dealing with it. And they're starting to see the truth now. Everybody's starting to see that this gossip isn't working on you. Well, it's not. It's gossip, boys and girls. We got better things to do. We got destinies to fulfill. Okay? And this cult got involved with this gossiping. Everybody really thought that they could take you out based off of the lies and the slander.
Man.
They really thought that they were going to be able to humiliate you, target you, end you. But they are sadly mistaken. You are so protected. And you could care less what anybody thinks about you. And these people done signed themselves up with a contract with the devil. The devil moved through all these idiots that tried to come for you. Now the devil wants the payment. And it's not going to take it out on you. That's why these Covent's lives are falling apart. People's lives are being taken away from them.
Got to pay up, man.
Calm down. I've got Earth, Water, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Air, Water, Earth, Libra, Taurus, and Earth here. Pisces. Somebody slandered you to get in the way of a love connection too, and they achieved that. Because that was also a new beginning that you were supposed to have. And somebody gossiped and slandered and maneuvered something to go their way. And like I said, that did work, but it was almost like a blessing in disguise for you at the same time.
Sticky.
Yeah, they wanted to lie on you, get everybody to invest into targeting you, shaming you, looking bad upon you. Now they're all being looked that way that they wanted you to be looked at.
Blessing in disguise.
Somebody's panicking that somebody knows that you're not going to entertain this back and forth inconsistent energy anymore. You're over it. And these fake friends that got involved, yeah, they're getting their asses handed to them as well. They could be part of this covenant.
Shout out to them fake friends,
man. Ass
man.
family of yours. Excuse me. Fated things happening in these idiots' life are coming for you. You've got a hand of fate over your life. You have a destiny to fulfill. And if anybody tries to get in the way of it, they'll be removed. However they got to be removed. They'll do it. They've got some powerful forces that back you up, and it's life-taking forces that don't play about you.
You know, when the doctor came to me, he was like, "You're here for a reason, sir, because everybody is passing away. Everybody. We don't know what this is. As a matter of fact, can you tell us what you did to breathe so well? Because even though I had the VID and pneumonia, I was still breathing with a 94% oxygen rate. Man, I'm hella strong. And yeah, so any of these crackerjack box spells, any of these people that naysay, that speak down, I'm a constant reminder to just keep walking and watch God work. There's so much more to tell y'all. There's so many other things that, you know, my intuition, my visions, my dreams showed me. And I used to like, man, why should I shouldn't, man, it was just a dream. But damn, man, when reality come back and smack you in the face, it was like, damn it, I should have followed my first mind because I saw it already.
Every time.
I saw it already.
That's me almost, I don't know, 15 dozen times a day. Literally. Like, I knew I should have just went with my first mind.
Man. Like,
literally guides me to do everything the correct way, the right way, and I half the time don't even listen to it.
Man, I tell you.
And it comes in just a little, you know, voice or just like a little thought in your head, like,
right.
No, grab that one on that side, and you're like, no, I want this one. You grab it and then bam,
right.
it breaks. It's like, God dang it, right. I should have just listened.
I can tell y'all some of the things that I've seen, some of the things that just I purely do not believe in coincidence. After seeing all the things that I've been through and all the things that happened, you know, and I'm not a victim by any of this stuff. I understand that all of this stuff was designed to break me down so that I can come back stronger, so that I can no longer operate in a need of wanting to show people how much I loved them.
Nope.
How much I cared for them. Like I don't people please anymore. I used to be a huge people pleaser, you know. Yeah, but let's keep going.
What's empowering you as well? You're very much in a self-controlled state here. You're not fazed by what these clowns have been doing. You've been learning to protect yourself, ground your energy, maintain
Facts.
peace, focusing on what you've been called to do with your destiny and your success here, and your growth. These people wanted to cast doubt and have everybody look at you in doubt. There's so many people here that are now doubting that they cannot go backwards. They cannot get themselves out of this situation that they did against you, because lives are falling apart. Lives are being ruined because of this.
You
My
can't.
piano just made a weird ass noise when I said that. Yeah, absolutely. This covenant knows that they cannot back out of this judgment that is over all of their heads and this family. Dang.
Wow, man.
There was supposed to be a bond that was supposed to be unbreakable, but somebody broke that. And some of you guys, okay,
Sure did.
Thank you, Spirit. You are still receiving a love offer here. So this is part of your taking off here. So what they were trying to mess with in your love life before that they were able to achieve, you're about to have a new energy show up for you that's going to replace the energy that went against you in the past. Okay? But make sure you use your discernment. I always say that to you.
Facts.
Shaman, very powerful. Very powerful.
See the dragon in the
So
card?
you've awakened to your powers. You're trusting your visions. You're trusting your downloads, your messages that you're receiving here. So these people tried to take out a powerful shaman. This is not going to end well for them. Doing things with your photographs, trying to get you to go backwards, revisit the past.
Wicked.
Whatever they try to do with your pictures, it's not working. You're not entertaining this family. You're not entertaining anything from the past anymore. You're over it. These people all have a sick, twisted, unhealthy obsession with you. Obsession for power, obsession for greed, obsession to take you out. It's catching up to all of them. Their addictions, their poor habits have become worse in their life. Some of their addictions are going to ruin their lives, end their lives. Their poor habits, the same thing. So, and you, if you once had addictions, poor habits, you're over that. You're not codependent on this family. You don't feel abandoned by them. And that's what they wanted you to feel. Fair is fair. Balance must be restored in this situation. They're all under judgment here. Going through isolations, like they wanted you to go through. Now they're going to be removed, everybody be removed from them, and they're going to have to sit by themselves. And they don't know how to do what you do. They're not built for it like you are. So you're not alone. And this is what you're also figuring out with this situation when you stay disconnected to yourself. You're understanding, I got a whole spirit team that rides for me. I got these forces
Facts.
that do what they need to do to remove people. And it's scary shit. So greed. This family's greedy. This covenant's greedy. These fake friends are all greedy. So this is a great fall of greed and power that people wanted to have over you.
And I will give you my last. That's the killer part. Am I lying?
He's not.
They ain't getting nothing.
Ready?
You're this alchemist. Powerful. Very much built to restore yourself, to renew yourself. The power has been within you this entire time.
Winner.
Bringing back everything that was taken from you. And I mean everything throughout your entire life.
Winning.
Beautiful. You have some very threatening energies because you're a looker. You have that beautiful light. People like you. People gravitate towards you, and all the jealousy that circled around this whole situation because of you. And you've reclaimed your power. No matter what these idiots did, you still reclaimed your power. You're the powerful one here, not them. You are.
Wow, man.
Pisces. Pisces. Somebody's losing sleep. Multiple people are losing sleep. They ain't getting no rest at all. Family's not resting. This covenant ain't resting. person you're supposed to have a union with in the past, they ain't resting. And you've eliminated all the truth in this situation. Somebody's having a workplace affair. That's some kind of truth being exposed in this situation. Somebody's karma is that they're being exposed for having an affair. Somebody wants to offer you love here.
Sticky.
This is part of your taking off. You are going to receive a better love offer. Just don't let the wrong one get in the way of the right one. But your romance is going to be taking off. It's always somebody's feeling the pressure of this shit. Somebody's worried about your love life.
Oh.
You've learned you've learned. You're not triggered. You've learned your lessons. You've closed cycles out. That's why they really thought this gossip was going to stick. They tried to trigger you. It didn't go as planned.
That's wild, man.
We know what we've done in life, and we've made peace with it. You can't shame us, and you cannot make us feel bad for our challenges that we signed up to go through, to learn from. You guys could never. So judgmental much, boys and girls? Massive regrets is setting in with everybody involved in this situation. More bad news playing out in this situation. They're getting so much bad news in all areas of their lives right now. They ain't liking it. Somebody's getting a message of somebody passing away. Somebody knows it's too late, that they can't go backwards. They are stuck in this. They must reap what they have sown.
I don't wish that on nobody, man.
Panicked. Somebody knows you're fed up with this. That you ain't going backwards. You're done with it. You've loved yourself unconditionally. This is what's made you set yourself free. Pouring back into yourself. That's you leveling up. Someone else went towards reckless love and got their ass handed to them.
Oh, whoa.
You went in a different direction. You went towards self-love. You're being rewarded. This other person's under judgment with everybody else involved here.
Man.
Somebody's waiting for some kind of news, but they never got what they wanted to hear. Somebody got a message that you've been saying to yourself. Somebody's getting a message that they are now by themselves now. And this is making somebody panic here because they have to go through that isolation by themselves. Somebody was cold and harsh to you. Multiple people were. Let's see that real. Now that this cold-hearted energy has been sent back to these cold-hearted people that came for you. Somebody feels your distance. Somebody at a distance. This is a new energy that's trying to approach you. This is somebody that wants you to accept their love offer here. They like what they see. And this family thought you would be gone by now. This Covent thought you'd be gone by now. They wanted to put an expiration date on your head. Guess what? Now they have expiration dates on their heads. And they've also exposed their family to this shit as well. All expired.
Sticky. It's getting sticky.
Everybody's starting to have fallouts now. Families having fallen outs, the Covent's having fallen outs, these friends, their relationships all being severed. And it's all based off of lies. That's why everybody's under judgment.
Man.
Somebody wanted to approach you in a platonic way to deceive you. It's blowing up in their face now.
Don't even try it.
This past person that you were supposed to have a union with, they could have been doing something shady to you in the past that you weren't sure of. This is why somebody was removed from your path as well. Now you got somebody trying to have a talk with God, trying to make something right. Everybody's having talks here. You have some non-believers that are now believers here. This Covent doesn't believe in God, and they very well are believing in God now. God don't play about you. So somebody is praying that you will open up and get to know them, that they can have a chance with you as well. That's this new energy that's wanting to come toward you. So you definitely got a new energy that wants something with you. So make sure you're using your discernment.
Better use it.
For sure.
Somebody was a bad boy. Somebody had an image to maintain. Somebody let their bad overrule their good here. And this is what's blowing up in their face in the past. There's a friend group that listened to the wrong message about you. This toxic friend group pulled a person that you were supposed to have a union with in the past, pulled them into this bullshit. Now they're all being exposed. And there was some gossip that was said about an energy that was going to approach you in the past, but that time never happened here because it was gossip. Somebody's now realizing the truth now in this situation.
Shit, wow, B.
This is why everybody's wanting to retreat from this. This Covent knows that they cannot back.
You know what? Let me pause it. There was. See what she just said right there? And there was somebody that I always had a thing for. And all of this shit, as I was moving on. And you know what? Really and truly, I wasn't ready for any of that. I thought that I was going to survive on the anger, of leaving and not tried or not recognized that I loved this person. Like I was truly in love with this person because of what I thought was being given to me. But it was a whole other thing, man. But we'll get there one day. We'll talk about heartbreak.
They're trying to undo what they have done, but it's already done, boys and girls. You must reap what you have sown. And this is making somebody nervous as hell. Of course you are. You guys seeing some weird shit right now, experiencing some weird shit? Of course you are. Of course you are.
Sticky. It's sticky.
Another man here thinking deeply about this situation, thinking how you got out of this isolation, thinking how you got out of all these attacks, the death spells, the sacrifices that they've done. Oh, they thinking about that. And they're snooping around. Everybody's snooping around. Everybody's aware of why their lives are falling apart. Man depressed, man nervous. To be in your family, in this Covent, in this group that was gossiping, whoever it was here. We got nervous man, a depressed man, losing his mind, losing his health. People getting bad news when it comes to their health issues. Some of them are on deathbed. Some of them just got just bedridden with so much sicknesses and illnesses here.
And I don't wish that on
Minds
nobody,
falling apart.
man.
Their families are being affected because of this. And you get to level up. Clearly. People having separations here. People finding out there's affairs happening and just... Connections that people thought were for them is now being severed. That's karma playing out. Another man exhausted, it could be the same man that's nervous and depressed. Or it could be different, but by the way they're exhausted, they're frustrated. Somebody's realizing the more that they try to target you and attack you, the more that you only come back stronger, and the more that you step into your destiny and your success.
A walking tower, baby.
In this situation. All the masks are being removed in his family unit, all the masks are being removed from these people that want to gossip on you. They're being exposed now, and the masks are being removed on these Covents as well. Everybody's starting to see the truth. And all the drama that's breaking out because of this. They're all under judgment. All hell is breaking loose on everybody involved here.
I didn't get this far.
Pisces. Wanted to follow the crowd. Somebody tried to easily influence others, and it all worked.
Yeah.
They all formed a line.
Sheep.
Got into a group and tried to come at you. Dumbasses. Breathing heart. Somebody wanted you to feel hurt. They tried to target your heart. Somebody's having heart issues. Somebody could have a heart attack. Somebody could have a stroke here.
Oh.
Somebody feels very guilty here, and they want to reach out. They're very apologetic right now. People are being broken down mentally, emotionally. Somebody's getting caught in the act here. Everybody's been caught in the act here. Karma is playing out that there's people getting caught up for what they've been doing in their own personal lives. That's karma playing out. Well, you get to go towards your new adventures because it's what you've been called to do. They can't stop you. They have tried. Smoke and mirrors. The misleading information. All the smoke and mirrors have been cleared now.
Wow.
Somebody used somebody as a boy toy here. So somebody used the person. Okay, so the person you were supposed to have a union with in the past, somebody used this person, used them up good, depleted their sexual energy, depleted their finances even for some of you. It was a short-lived journey. So, past lovers. This is a past life that you have with someone here. And you got somebody heavily thinking about you at this time. Somebody feels like they need to get a lawyer. This family feels like they need to get a lawyer. This family owes something to you financially here. They took it from you. And now they've got some energies wanting to lawyer up because of this. And the other energies that are...
Man, this is crazy.
There's some information that could get them in trouble. They may feel like they need to lawyer up in this situation.
Ooh.
You've learned to protect your house. You've learned to remove this negative energy here. And you've taken some action. These doors that are opening up for you now. Your investments, what you've been putting a lot of energy in, it's taking off. Somebody has some kind of long-term investment that was actually yours, and they must pay this forward to you now. Let's keep this.
Ooh.
Wicked. Sticky. It's sticky. Sticky.
Arch nemesis, a frenemy here that tried to come up against you. You even had frenemies involved. Part of this covenant.
Yeah, I had them.
All catching up to them. And you're just manifesting your dreams. You're realizing, you know what? I only live once. I'm going to live my best life. Well, I only live once in this lifetime, but I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to step into my destiny. I'm not going to let anybody take it from me.
Man, I'm finna do it. I am doing it.
Emotional drama queen. Fakes for attention. Makes a big deal out of nothing. That's these people's energies that tried to put against you.
Let me pause that because
Sticky.
man,
Sticky.
I'm with you. You with me. We're in a relationship, man. You can add a password to my phone, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. And I should never like. Hey, to experience me. Am I confrontational? Do I walk around? You know me. 17 years I've known this person. What kind of vibe do I keep? I'm just asking.
Just cool, calm, collected.
Yeah. You know, when people talk about people, when people tell you what somebody else did, and they say it with vitriol, they say it like with a lot of like evil intent, they're really telling you who they are. Mm-hmm. You know, y'all need to pay attention to people when they come to tell you about somebody, because how they spill it, how they speak it, may be a lot of truth to it, may not be. Mm-hmm. You literally got people that's walking around here with a mask on that needs the negative drama because they don't have the goodness within them. So when they go in and they tell you, hey, this person did this and rah, 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 rah. I mean, they doing this. 3 of them pointing back to them like, what did you do? What did you do? Mm-hmm. But when you have people that'll explain a situation to you with such vitriol and hate for show or to impress, or just watch who they are when they speak. When they speak about people, especially when they laying in the bed with them. Those people are empty. There's something wrong with them. They need to get help. They need to find that love within themselves, because again, man, I ain't gonna do it, man. I ain't finna tell you, you know, how, you know. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would just say, hey, look, this happened, that happened, and believe this, and blah, 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 and this person did this, this person did that. But am I gonna sit up here and, no, man, I ain't finna tear you down like that. But I will explain, like, because if I'm reaching out to somebody that I confide in, mm-hmm. and then you gotta watch who you confide in. You could be your best friend, or it could be a frenemy. It could be your family members. And if your family don't want you in that, like if they want to sabotage you, they'll do it. If they had some type of ill intent, or if there was some underlying, you know, I got to pay you back, or if you got people like that and you confided in them, you're going to make mistakes, man. Mm-hmm. And you may not even say anything that's raw, but they can make it that way. So be careful who you confide in.
Definitely.
All right, let's go.
So,
what them people are damn.
Somebody wants to be high and crazy and do things in a stupid way. Now these other energies are now high and crazy, because best believe these people have habits themselves. So their lives are about to get wrecked because of these habits that they have. So careful getting drunk and doing substances on New Year's Eve, boys and girls. There's going to be some weird freaky accidents that happen. Careful.
Man.
Canceled. They're canceled. Their plans are canceled. Tried to bully you to the point of depression. Now they're being bullied.
It's messed up.
These people tried to cast this plan out to try to take your success from you. And then they patiently waited for some opportunities to pan out for them. It didn't go as well.
Sticky.
However,
Sticky.
you let it sit there. And now you're getting hits, and now you're about to pull in some big wins for you. Opportunities coming in for you.
Man, there's so much stuff prep. So much stuff going. So blessed right now, man. It's the rewards.
Salty, bitter, angry, agitated, jealous. That's these energies that tried to come up against you. They're all pissed off that much more that their lives are falling apart too. You're hot, attractive, and all the jealousy because of that. That came out earlier. You're very attractive, and you got all these people that were threatened about it. Fake friends, family jealous of you.
And for what?
Some of these Covent members were even jealous of you. New and exciting. You're still getting better offers when it comes to your love life. But I just said offer, so somebody could try to deceive you with the wrong offer. Just make sure you're seeing that for what it is. You and a past person had some differences here, okay? And somebody used that to their advantage, and it worked. So, obsessive, all in your face.
Yeah, man.
Somebody cannot avoid what they have done to you. It's all up in their faces here. If somebody wanted to say that you were obsessive, you're not obsessive. These energies are clearly. Tyrant, cool and oppressive. This is what these energies want to say that you were. They tried to say you were the tyrant. You're not the tyrant. These people are. That's why their lives are falling apart. You're stable. You've learned to rely on yourself. And because you've learned to trust in yourself and only focus on yourself and your success, it's that much more set for you. Like, can't knock you off, can't make you budge. Some of you guys are going towards like a new energy that's going to be approaching you is very stable. Loaded. You're going towards your loaded energy. So
Deep pockets.
Them pockets got deep, man. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, big spender.
Hey,
Nobody's gonna be
man.
able to stop this. And the person that went against you in the past, that chose wrong, they're gonna have to watch somebody come in and spoil you and love you the right way here. All right. Tell me what this covenant was doing. Business rival, can't stand your grind and hustle, and they tried to take that from you. Now their business, now their hustle's going downhill. Stuff's stagnant. They will play victim once they know they're losing. That's what they do. They're all playing victim now. Person causing you negativity is a fire sign. That's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius involved in here. Could be family, could be in the covenant, could be somebody gossiping here.
Sticky. It's getting sticky.
So make sure, so dream catcher, somebody that needs to get a dream catcher to hang over his head.
Dream catcher.
Scorned love. An old fling of current, recent ex-partner still feels deep pain and rejection and betrayal here. So that's this past person here. They still feeling this shit. Someone is doing black magic and juju work on you. Yeah, this is what they've been doing. That's why they're all in judgment. That's why their lives are falling apart. Those death spells must collect, and it's not going to take it out on you. So that's why their family's up for grab. They're up for grab. It's not to be played with.
It's not, man.
Stealing your ideals and pretending they invented them themselves. That's what these people try to do. Take your ideas from you. Claim them as your own. Idiots. Secretly jealous and hating on your romantic relationship, and this is what they got in the way of. Is they ruined a love connection for you in the past. So.
So
Right, that's some
much.
energy they're still hating on you because they know that you're still going to get love regardless of what they've done. Hating on your body image, your beauty, your looks. They're threatened. This is a bunch of insecure, broken little babies that hate their own self-images. They hate their bodies. They hate their looks. So, and they wanted to take from you to please you. And there's an air sign involved as well. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're turning everybody against you. That's what they try to do. Now they're dealing with that.
Sticky. Sticky.
You've got a shield of protection around you, see? What these people are realizing. You're not to be played with. And they've been trying to lower your shield of protection. They cannot. These angels ain't gonna let that fly. Your spirit team ain't gonna let that fly.
Nope.
They have no protection, however. That's why their lives are falling apart and their families are falling apart.
Man.
And your family and this crooked family's falling apart. They can't cause you harm. Clearly. And they've done truth spells. And the truth has been aired out. All the truth has been exposed. And this is why this covenant's panicking. The family's been exposed. The gossip's been exposed for that being gossip. So, you're the truth. You never hide behind a mask or you know, have this faking energy. You are who you say you are. And now these people are nervous.
Sticky.
You don't want to leave your house.
Sticky.
Yeah, get you homeless. Neighbors complaining about you. Make your rent go up, your mortgage go up. Now this is what they're doing. They're about to be homeless. They're about to have their mortgage or rent go up. They're possessed. Well, clearly all these people are possessed. That's the devil moves through these people. These people aren't feeling like themselves anymore. They can't remember anything. They're blacking out. They're having bruises on their body. They're sick because that's what they wanted for you. Spider magic. Now you guys are getting bit by spiders. Once a spider bites you, now they're doing spider bites.
Remember that one spider I told you
Using
about?
spiders to enhance their spell work, using deities that are associated with spiders. These deities are on our side, boys and girls. Not
That's
yours.
wild.
Relationship juju, wanting to get involved, interfering in your love life, and that's what they've done. They were able to achieve this, but you're still being blessed with what they did. Dream spells, trying to invade your dreams. You are being shown things in your dreams, so pay attention to that.
Always.
These people are having nightmares if they are able to fall asleep, and they wanted you to spend recklessly. Now they're spending recklessly.
Yeah, we don't
They
do
have
that.
the pockets to spend recklessly. Their pockets are being drained. They didn't want you to save money. They're not being able to save money now. It's all blowing up in everybody's face here. Pisces. Somebody wants back in now after trying to take you out. After trying to start, I can't make this up. I was trying to start drama for you. You got a drama starter that's trying to get back in. And it's because of this. Their bad karma's playing out. People seeing lives being taken for them, losing everything around them. They're panicking. All because they took some kind of dirty offer to come up against you. Losing money. Wanted you to be broke. They're getting broke now.
Damn.
Somebody's trying to run from their judgment. They can't run. These people thought that they were able to get away with something. They are not. It's hitting them for full circle. And you got some energies that are holding on to grudges, and they still holding on to grudges.
Never do that.
Pissed off that none of their plans are working. You got people pissed off that realizing that people that were holding grudges up against you twisted and turned others to come up against you, and now they're blaming the people that they used to come up against you. They're all blaming each other now. While you're too busy winning, clearly. Somebody cannot stand to see you happy, but boy, are you happy. Somebody has a very established, wealthy person that's part of this taking off for you coming in, and you got somebody upset and crying. Somebody's upset and know that something legally is going in your favor as well. And you got energy sad and upset that this balance is going in your favor. Somebody is getting... These energies that got involved with taking payouts to do spell work on you, they're losing money, they're losing their businesses, they're losing everything for coming to you.
Wow, man.
They want to attack
Be like
you
that
and some
sometimes.
nasty spell work
They
your
do.
way. Now they're going to deal with it. These people wanted to say that you ain't shit. They ain't protected, they ain't powerful, but oh, are they, boys and girls? So it was like you were cloaked until it was really time to show these people who you are, and now they're seeing it. Now they're proud. These people feel like they ain't shit. That's why they try to attack you. And you're so unfazed by this. Clearly. Pisces. One day, somebody's trying to figure out a way to make something right. This is somebody that ran. So somebody that ran from you in the past is hoping that they can get back into your good graces here. Somebody sees that you're very secure, very established, very much in your power, very successful, and the confusion is now worn off in this whole situation. Somebody that was not clear before is now clear. Now everybody's aware why their lives are being wrecked. So they tried to hex you, curse you. Now their lives are hexed. Now their lives are cursed. Now their bloodlines are cursed. Their children are cursed. They are cursed. Their children's children are cursed.
Dang.
And you've just continued healing and releasing. Keep your silence, because somebody's trying to figure out how to heal something here with you. These people are realizing that they can't silence you. You got a new soulmate coming in here. You got somebody here that's very, very enamored by you.
Check you out.
And you've grown. You continue staying focused on yourself. You found more things out about yourself, and because you've done that, you grew that much more.
I'm
So all
lovable.
these attacks, all this gossip, only made you grow more. And these people are exhausted, depleted, and drained for trying to do this to you. The conflict is setting in all these people's lives, and they're realizing that they can't back out of this, and it makes them more conflicted. And you got somebody here from the past that is spying on you that you have clearly put boundaries up. And you got these people that are spying on you, realizing the protection that circles around you as well. You're not abandoned, you're not left out by anybody involved with this situation. You found the truth and clarity. Somebody's finding out the truth and clarity about a past life connection pertaining to you. And somebody's realizing they let these influences toy with them, play with them, deplete them.
Hey, listen here, man. Can we get some likes and some subscribes, man? Let's push us out here in this algorithm, man. Hey, look, I don't do a lot of asking, man, but I guess I'm gonna start. We have to really ask, because sometimes you'll be watching something, you're like, well, let me, yeah. You don't even think it, or you just taking it on, Hey, man, let's get some likes and some subscribes, man. We want to go live. We will do that. Hey, man, this stuff right here, like, man. So what do you gather, like, from this right here with this one? What do you gather? Is it pretty accurate?
I mean, I can only, base it off of the things that you've been telling me, but based off of things that you tell me, it's accurate, of course.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you tell me.
Man, it is very, very weird or unbelievable how you could click on one of these things and these people are pulling cards and they're telling you about things. And you know what? A lot of people actually like tune into this stuff, right? They tune into it, but they'll never tell anybody about it.
Of course not.
They'll never tell anybody about it. Hold on, let me put one more in there real quick. This dude just did this 5 hours ago, man, and that reader, who is that reader? Let me find that reader. Let me see. I need to give a shout out to this person because what she did was on point. That was Heavenly Heathen Tarot. Heavenly Heathen Tarot, man. Shout out to you. Like, yeah, you're a real one. You're a real one. I'm gonna just confirm that with you now. I lived it. And these people have to learn a lesson. We are all here to learn a lesson. And I would never disrespect anybody in you know, online or anything like that. I didn't go as hard, like even during my breakup or whatever happened, to actually tell, like, you know, but I could, and I'm not. That ain't worth it. But man, dude, it's wild. Okay, now this dude, his video is like 5.5 or 6 hours old. I didn't even hear this one. Let me put it on faster. Playback speed. We'll put it on fast.
We'll just listen to some of it.
All right. Where you want to start? Like in here? All right.
Answered questions, untapped talents. I feel like there was a moment where you were trying to seek after some form of clarity. That's what this stagnant is giving. I feel like you were to remain still. This is something that you feel you could have been forced to do as well. I feel like you, in essence, were sat down for a season. And I feel like there was a lot that you needed to learn. Possibly learn a lot about yourself. Which directions you want to take moving forward. What steps best motivate and drive you. And there you have the glow up. At the bottom of the deck, new opportunities, new career, successful business. I feel like you are moving in an avenue where you needed to stand still. And there was stagnancy because you were waiting for something. Divine, can you clarify consequences? Okay, so first we have apology. So arrogant, rash actions, insincere, as well as nightlife. So striptease, gamble, as well as Vegas. So someone was possibly living a risky lifestyle. Could have been attached to you. This is somebody who could have been caught cheating, or that you felt or consider was cheating. You possibly got a download about them stepping out.
Wicked.
So isolation at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Definitely a separation, distance. Whether this isolation is a block at the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely an energy that is trying to connect here, that is at a distance. I feel like we moved over to the threshold. And I feel like the reason why these energies are coming up, because they know in 2025 you are not playing. Somebody thought that they would hear from you by now. And you've proven you crushed somebody's ego. That's pretty much what I'm feeling. I feel like you crushed somebody's ego. Divine, through the tarot, narcissist possibilities and recharge.
Oh, whoa.
So the moon. So there definitely is a moment of clarity here. And I feel like that's something that you're seeking. I'm feeling like you're also following your intuition. I'm feeling you also have guard. You also have protection as well. Okay. 3 could be significant as well. 3 people that you know could be very significant for you. I feel like your spirit team is also backing you up. Your spirit team is trying to show you something. I feel like there's a path that you know you need to take. I'm feeling, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I feel like, for you are with me. I feel like you have guides. Divine, the moon. The high priestess. Wow. Okay, so definitely an intuitive individual. I feel like you are a guided individual as well. I feel like you are trusting what you know. Definitely feel like you are trusting what you know. Lavender. could be significant as well.
Purple.
As well as pomegranates. Pomegranates could be significant as well.
Love them.
I'm hearing sweet aroma and sweet fragrances, almost like, you know how in cartoons, specifically like Tom and Jerry, when there was a scent, the scent had a finger like trying to pull it towards them, and it was even so intense that it would have wrapped themselves around them and carried them to it.
Pause that. Hey, tonight's fragrance. I smell like Tom Ford's effing fabulous. I always smell good.
So we, watched a little bit of tarot card, videos just to kind of understand, or to give some clarity and understanding for those who didn't know what it was, as to what it is. This was speaking more so to the Pisces here, but of course you go and you look up, you know, your own sign so you can better understand. But as you can see, these are two different people, two different videos done at two different times, but the messages are still going to kind of correlate the same to each other. Some
of this stuff will resonate, for lack of a better word. Again, you are a vibrating electromagnetic reception energizer battery. Basically, you are energy. You are energy, and everything that's within you. Hell, if we take a body and we burn it down, we can create a diamond. Every element that's happening out there in the stars, moving around in the galaxy, is within all of us.
Yep, it is.
So you really are.
We are stardust.
Yeah, you really are like fragments of precious metals.
We are the universe. We have the universe inside of us. And this is something, that kind of was brought to my attention. When you think about it, you have an entire organism makeup inside of you. You have all your cells and everything. They're just living, minding their own business, doing their thing in this world. The only thing they know is what's on the inside of you. They ain't been on the outside. And when you speak, your cells hear your voice. When you speak, listen to me. When you speak, your cells, your blood, your flesh, your everything on the inside hears you. You are your own God. God is within us. It is all of us. It is all around us. It's everything that we do, everything that we are.
You're of God. You're God. We're not saying, okay, I can walk on water. No. We're not saying that. We're saying that everything that's in you was given to you by the Creator. You just on a smaller scale, but you are a piece of Him.
That's it. You are
built here, and I am you, and you are me. Like, people don't realize that. The moment we start to separate ourselves from each other is when we forget. We forget it. Like, we are all one, sent here to have an experience between these two eyes, your two eyes, and then when we're
black
done,
holes,
we go back. We go back and we return to the source. And once you understand all of that, then you start treating people better. You start doing things better. You start doing right by people. People are the way. Like, we have to treat each other better. We have to speak life into each other. We have to care about one another.
Remember, we have to have compassion for each other. You gotta understand, that everybody don't come from where you come from. Everybody ain't heard the information you heard. Everybody haven't experienced what you've experienced. So they're not going to be you. They're not viewing life the way you view it. However, the light comes into your eyes and hit the back of your head or whatever and reflect back out, that's your experience, but that may not be how it's happening for somebody. Right.
And you remember, I think we'll talk about this one time where, like, again, human connection. It was a doctor. Remember we watched, it was like a 20 some odd minute video. I do have it. I'll show it later when we talk about like connection and how certain powers that be, they stoke the energy from us by causing, you know, issues. They program us with these movies and they harvest energy. They'll call it loosh. They harvest this stuff. They take the energy and they do what they want to do with it. Gotta be careful. You gotta be careful where you placing your energy and your intentions. You can have anything you want while you're here. We're literally playing GTA. If you approach life like you're playing the video game, and you don't, you know, you understand the mistakes or the parameters of the choices that you make, and if you can deal with it, and whatever comes out of it, it's your world. But you literally can create whatever you want.
Yes, you can.
Again, man, when I explain to you how I created this app that's in the App Store right now that I have to put back into the Android marketplace and then reboot the business with marketing, if I explain to you like what it took and where it came from a dream. Woke up 3 o'clock in the morning and I just wrote it down.
He believed he could fly.
It came in, like seriously, it came in as a circle and it gave me all the plans. And then it just said, write. A voice just said, write it. I snapped up out my dream and I wrote it. And I didn't know how I was going to build it. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know where all the money was coming from. I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand anything about the tech startup world and stuff like that. And when I tell you, my partner and I, like we had a shout out to the dudes, like we went through some stuff. And I gotta explain that story. I mean, no disrespect to nobody, man. Like, I have to explain it because what has happened in my life, man, is so surreal. It was given to me by God. It was plugged out of the ethers. It may have been somebody else's idea, but God chose me to do it. And it was a fight. And we built it relatively quick, but it felt like, seriously, I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it. I am now.
And that's the last thing I was going to say about the whole tarot cards. You know, as you mentioned before, some of the stuff is going to resonate with you. Some of it's definitely not. You know, the messages are not going to always be for you specifically. It may be somebody else that it's for.
Right.
But remember that even when you do find these messages that do resonate with you, time can always change.
Right. And it's fluid.
It is very fluid.
And you have free will.
You have free will, and you have to put in the action for some of this stuff as well. If you're not putting in the action, you're not going to see what it's telling you that you were supposed to get. So you cannot forget those things, okay?
Yeah, some of us, again, like we have this inner knowing, and we trust that inner knowing before anything else. What certain sects of religion people have done is have you go outside of yourself,
which is why I said what I said a little while ago.
You know, and that's not how we operate.
We're always trying to go outside of ourselves.
You're looking outside of yourself.
You have an entire universe that you need to be worried about running. Okay,
you gotta
you
go
over
within.
here trying to run everybody else's universe, but you ain't got yours under control yet, and all your planets is just slamming into each other and everything else. We gotta worry about ourselves. But after you did the inside work, then yes,
right.
Those on the outside.
For all you people, if you guys think that we're doing this, you know, it may be blasphemous and all these things. Like, there are people who truly don't read their Bible, But if you'd open your Bible to John 10:34, it'll say, "It is written." Jesus replied, "It is written in your own scriptures that God said to certain leaders of the people, 'I say you are gods.'"
Do you hear that? And that's not the only.
So you can go to John
that says that
10:34, and I'm not going to jump around. That's just what it said. There's a piece of you. What was it? Split a piece of wood. I am there. But they want us to go outside of ourselves when you're really supposed to go within. You're really supposed to sit quiet with yourself, reason with yourself. You're really supposed to have your talk and your walk with God.
Yeah.
And
better get y'all some prayer closets and go on.
Yeah. And the best way to get out is to go within. Man. Again, guys, we're getting really close to where we're comfortable in schedule, and we can get over this dust that they throwing out there.
That dust had me on my behind for 2 weeks. As y'all can see in here, it's
so we
still a struggle right now.
We do that. We're gonna go live. I want to converse with people.
He loves to talk, me not so much.
Yeah, I'm out in public. If I see something, if there's something nice to say to somebody, man, I'm gonna speak some life. I'm a friendly person.
I don't have a whole lot to talk about with y'all. I'm just kidding.
If
y'all want to talk, I'll talk.
If you're talking about, if it's a contract, we talking about it, okay?
If you really need someone to talk to, I am definitely that person. But find somebody else first. No,
here's a Capricorn confirmation. I'll tell you right now. If you're dealing with a Capricorn and they share money with you, if a Capricorn share money with you, you're in a relationship. Basically. It may not be like a relationship, but it's real. They're about coins. Capricorn.
About stability.
That's stability, and it's good. It's good. Nah, but yeah, man.
So
we're closing it out. Yes.
Here's something that we're going to share with you guys.
Again, we've been saying it all the time. We're gonna close out on it every time, man, because it really is something that you have to understand. These universal law affirmations, baby. And the first one again is I can.
Number 2 is I deserve.
Number 3 is I receive.
And I share.
It's number 4. And number 5 is I am thankful.
Until next time, stay real, stay mystical, and keep shining your light.
Yeah, and protect
Peace,
it.
Love.
Protect that light, baby. Because a lot of them.
Please protect your light. Peace and love, tribe.
Oh, man.